Hi Leute und willkommen zu meiner Reaktion zu One Piece Kapitel 1115. 15? Yeah, I guess so. Alright. Chapter 1115. Continental Fragments. Bruder. Das hört sich schon brutal an. The Flower Capital Wano. What? Wie denn Wano? It's hard to believe this foreign transmission is reaching us. We found a snail in the castle among Orochi's possessions. Now, you may be wondering how he came to be known as a pirate. So you were a pirate, Joy Boy, just like Luffy. You know of him, my lord? A jail cell at the G4 Naval Base. Ex-Fake Luffy, Demaro Black. Lol, und der hat jetzt einfach Kid nachgemacht. Ich kacke. Joy Boy, who cares? I bet you could easily beat him, right, Captain Kid? Duh, the man's already dead. That's our captain. The only thing bigger than his confidence is his belly. Yeah, I'm clearly a million times tougher than this Joy Toy. It's Joy Boy, boss. Bro, was? Get out of my face. Do bear in mind, I only have access to a handful of poneglyphs, but their combined narrative clearly chronicles an unbelievable history about a great war in the distant past. During that period, Joy Boy faced an enemy, the organization now known as the World Government. Wait, isn't it us? Well, he did say he was a pirate. Vegapunk! Back then, they were merely the Allied powers, a temporary coalition consisting of 20 separate kingdoms. Oh, da wird Haki rumgesprüht. It can be assumed that an alliance was the only feasible way to oppose the formidable faction to which Joy Boy belonged. I am afraid that the cause of this conflict still eludes me, so I do not presume to judge the morality of the combatants. I can, however, say that this war was a clash of two opposing ideologies. I mentioned earlier that Joy Boy was born into a fantastical civilization. Okay, Sunisha. One so advanced that it is hard to believe it existed over 900 years ago. The weapons that existed during this century-long struggle are far beyond our modern science. It's amazing. From Carrot. Fei, what's that peanut-headed fool saying? Oh boss, you're making me hungry. Foxy? What the fuck? Hau ab. Such technology is baffling even to a genius such as myself. And therein lies our problem. Lavostratum. Pururu Gacha. Stasi. Huh? It's me. Edison? Lower the barrier and hightail it out of there. But I can't. What if something were to happen to the storage crew? I'm gonna be straight with you. There ain't no point in the barrier no more. Not when there are monsters on the island who can ignore it. We have done all we can for them. I'm sure they will make it somehow. How much longer, Jinbei? I apologize, we're almost there. There's nothing to apologize for, we were busy. Is that you, Zoro? Is that you, Zoro? You're gonna get it later. No, hurry up. They are moving their ships to blockade the northeast coast. I will never forgive you if we get blasted out of the water after all this. That's good to hear. I was worried Stella would never forgive me if I let them get caught. As if, now get your ass out of there. But I don't know what to do with myself, huh? So, now that Stella's gone, who am I meant to live for? I have no purpose. Don't let him use his swords. This Jesus can cut anything. Sense the living voices. Bunny. Bunny, get down. I can't maintain distorted future for very long. The Void Century ended with Joy Boy's defeat. How much do you intend to say, Vegapunk? He's leaving? Shh, there are too many life forms up here. But after but the Aftermath had grander consequences. Er haut einfach ganze Insel? Ganze Laboratorium in Hälfte. The wake of that ancient conflict scarred the world, and those scars never healed. What the? We all know travel between islands can be excruciatingly difficult. The seas one must traverse are so vast and perilous. Most people are content to live and die at their place of birth, never experiencing any culture other than their own. Isn't it a bit obvious? Yeah, haha. Everyone knows seas are dangerous. That is common knowledge to us now. But it wasn't like that 1000 years ago. A cataclysmic ecological disaster occurred during the Void Century. And the ancient world was swallowed by the ocean. We are now living on top of the remnants, continental fragments of the land masses that once were. Nani? Crazy. The world of a millennia ago sleeps unseen at the bottom of the ocean. I know it's hard to believe on my word alone, but there really were multiple vast continents back then. This is insane. Hey, Nojiko, where do you think you're going? The whole world is at stake. Fill me in later, I've gotta check on the tangerine orchard. This change in the world helps explain how a century of history could be censored. A feat that seems nigh impossible, but it makes sense when you consider the undeniable conclusion all the data points to. Within a mere century, the average sea level rose by a staggering 200 meters. A warship only 60 meters tall. No wonder the old world disappeared. Hey, stop listening to this crap, we have work to do. The Seraphim and all those imprisoned Cypherpole agents were spotted falling out of the lab building. We've got to rescue them. Did you hear that? His tall tales keep getting taller. The old fart's lost his marbles. What a joke. Sakura Kingdom, Chopper's hometown. Is it really possible? Hehehe. Even now, the world still finds a way to keep things interesting. That mountain is around 200 meters. You were saying something that tall would be submerged? That's awful. How many people died? Yeah, true. That begs the question, how and why did such a flood occur? Naturally, your first inclination might be to assume it was some kind of natural disaster. However, I can say for certain that it was no such thing. It was a man-made calamity. Und da ist auch die Parallele zum Klimawandel. Lul. Can't be serious. If this catastrophe was brought about by natural means, there would be records alerting early warning signs several centuries earlier. It was a several world-altering event after all, but all my research into meteorology, geology, ecology, and atmospheric science confirmed that there was no such natural build-up. It is impossible for such a drastic change to happen spontaneously within the span of a mere 100 years, meaning the cause lies elsewhere. My suspicions were confirmed a few days ago when I analyzed the world's current sea levels. This will be hard to accept, but that disaster 800 years ago was caused by ancient weapons technology capable of sinking the world. And that very same firepower evidently still exists, just waiting to be used again. In other words, the Great War which ravaged the world during the Void Century is still ongoing. Oh. The genius sheds light on a forgotten history. Uiuiuiuiuiui. Was ein Kapitel. Nice. Sehr cool. Ich hoffe, euch hat das Kapitel genauso gefallen wie mir. Lasst gerne ein Like da, einen Kommentar, wie ihr das Kapitel fandet und abonniert den Channel, wenn ihr mehr von dieser Reaktion sehen wollt. Ja, nächste Woche sind wir wieder da mit One Piece Kapitel 1116 und bis dahin bleibt gesund. Schönen Abend noch, schönes Wochenende und bis dann. Tschüss.